Winds will be calm, making for another pleasant and quiet night. Looking ahead, Thursday brings another gorgeous day, with mostly sunny skies and highs near 83 degrees. This quiet stretch of weather will continue through the rest of the week and into early next week. Temperatures will stay slightly above average, with afternoon highs in the 80s and little to no rain expected. That's your Wednesday morning forecast. I'm Shelbyville weather meteorologist Elijah Kirby.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Trust the team that feels like family. HP Realty Company. Their local agents know the community, the market, and most importantly, they want to get to know you. Searching for your dream home? HP Realty's website updates every 15 minutes with the latest listings, so you'll never miss a beat. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring, HP Realty Company is your hometown partner in real estate success. HP Realty Company, where home begins. 931-492-9090, hprealtyco.com.
They came to Nashville with a guitar and a dream, and the rest is classic. 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ, Shelbyville, Tennessee. Now that's country. Listen around the world on WLIJradio.com.
Look out, Middle Tennessee. Benny is on the beat. Here comes your host, Benny Pulley, going in-depth with singer-songwriters and musicians from across Music City and beyond, with live performances straight from historic WLIJ Studio B right here in Shelbyville. Benny on the Beat on WLIJ is sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Hawkins Flight Academy, Southern Fair, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and more in Bell Buckle. Now, let's see what we've got here. Here's Benny Pulley.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. I'm here with Chuck Wimer, and Chuck brought his wife, Jaimie, and Miss Jenny. They're here, too, but they're out of camera, so you can't see them. But me and Chuck know they're here for moral support.
For sure. They're hiding today.
Now, Chuck, you tell me a little bit about you. I know you live in Texas now.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
That's not where you originally started from. And then
that's true.
Tell me a little bit about your history.
All right. So I usually keep this part a secret, but we're not in Texas, so I guess it's okay. I get run out of Texas if I share this story.
Well, we'll try to keep the video short.
No. So I was born in a suburb of Chicago called Palos Heights.
Okay.
And lived there till I was about, till I flew down the stairs into the basement in a walker, and then we moved out to Florida because it's flatter and softer ground because it's all marshy.
Yeah.
And then we moved out to California and Arizona, and that's where I met Jaimie. And and then I left her and went off to Korea when I joined the Army, and then ended up in Fort Polk, Louisiana. And then I called her up and I said, hey, we're going to get married. And she said, yeah, whatever. And I flew into town Christmas weekend, and we got married. And then I took her back. Like a Viking, I threw up over my shoulder, and we went back out to Fort Polk. And then we traveled a little bit from there because the Army likes to do that. They like to go different places. And we ended up in Texas.
Wow.
I was training dogs over at Lackland Air Force Base. So
I've heard that's a big old base.
Yeah, it is. It's a pretty big spot. And they have all of the different branches train the dogs over there. So
that's cool.
And they train the handlers over there as well. So that's how we ended up in Texas, is I was training dogs for the Army at an Air Force base.
Well, that's good. And, of course, how many years did you serve?
I did 13. And then that Air Force base broke me, and they said, hey, we'll give you a desk job. And I laughed, and they processed me out.
So that's the way it usually works.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you served our country, and I appreciate your service.
It's my pleasure.
I just want to sort of find out, how did you get started? And me and you talked about this a little early.
Yeah.
When did you start singing, and when did you start playing guitar? I guess guitar would have been probably your first thing.
Actually, writing was the first thing I did. So I was 16 years old, and I had my mom had showed me a song that my dad had written for me.
Okay.
Or about me, something like that. And And I thought, well, shoot, my dad writes songs, and he was living over on the East Coast, and Mom and my stepdad were living on the West Coast. And I said, well, anytime I'm going to go visit my dad, we'll have something in common. So I started writing songs. And then when I was doing that, he sent me out a cheap old guitar. And I tried to teach myself on that, and I learned 3 chords, I think G, C, and D. And then I tried to sing everything in G, C, and D, and that's where the bad habits on the vocal thing started. So kept writing, kept playing, and never got really good at guitar, and did the Army thing, had family, and graduated my daughters and everything before we finally decided to do anything really with music. And then I was thinking at 40, I started helping out the church and doing some singing there and doing some playing guitar, rhythm guitar there. And then at 42, I decided to start standing on stages because Jaimie said, you're probably going to want to go stand on a few stages, see if you like it or not, because you're going to resent yourself if
you don't do it.
If you don't do it, and you're going to be that guy who you don't like, who's like, oh, I could have done that. And,
I wish I'd have done that. Yeah.
So we did, and I actually got up there with an old friend. He was playing, I can't remember what, Concan. He was playing in Concan, Texas. And he said, hey, you can come out and do a couple songs with my band. We're going to be playing the show. And I said, okay, cool. 20, 25 people out there tops, right? Big old dance hall. It was just bad weather and everything. And I got out there and I stood up there 3 feet above everybody else with his band. His drummer didn't even play with me because he didn't know the songs I was doing. And but I loved it. I said, wow, this is great. And I went home and I told her, I said, hey, this is what we're going to do. Well, good. And she said, okay. And that's how it all started.
Well, to me, of course, you're never too late. And you said you waited to 42 before you actually started singing. So I mean, you can always do it.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I was inspired because Willie was still, he's still doing it. So I'm like, okay, I still got
I don't even know
much time.
What is he, 91 or 2?
He's in his 90s. So I figured if I still got 50 years.
Yeah. You still got 50. Well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and start with one. What's one of the songs you want to start off with? I know you got a bunch, so I'm going to let you pick one.
Well, let's see here. We got, we'll wake everybody up. Okay. We'll just do, this is kind of a fun honky-tonk dancing song.
Okay.
And, we put this one out. Me and a buddy of mine, Mikey Good, we wrote this one. He's out of Indiana. And we wrote this about kind of a guy who... He knows he doesn't have a shot with the girls, but he's going to basically play it off and act like he's the one who doesn't want to dance, right? So it's called Don't Ask Me to Dance. No, I shouldn't be here, standing in this spot. Never should have climbed into my old car. Should have stayed home like I told myself I would. But I just want to drink beer, that's all I want to do. Had no intentions till I saw you. Now my common sense is gone and it's probably for good. The way you looked at me with those blue eyes, you look so dang good in that neon light. Don't ask me to dance, I just wanna be alone tonight. 2 steps is all it's gonna take to change my mind. And if I spin you around the hardwood floor, yeah, we might have the time of our lives. So don't ask me to dance, I just wanna be alone tonight. Gotta fake the fiddle right there. You showed up with all your friends, your pretty little smile that lured me in. Hypnotized by the way you sway to the beat. This is your last chance to walk away. 'Cause I'm telling you, girl, now if you stay, gonna just have to sweep you right off your feet. This might sound like a pickup line, but I'm doing everything I can not to make you gonna take, change my mind. If spin you around the hardwood floor, yeah, we might have the time of our lives. So don't ask me to dance, I just wanna be alone tonight. This gonna be your last warning. Don't blame me if I'm what you see in the morning. Don't ask me to dance, I just wanna be alone tonight. 2 steps is all it's gonna take to change my mind. And if I spin you around the hardwood floor, yeah, we might have the time of our lives. So don't ask me to dance, I just wanna be alone tonight. If I spin you around the hardwood floor, girl, you're gonna have the time of your life. So don't ask me to dance, I just wanna be alone tonight.
That's good. And don't ask me to dance. All right, now, a lot of your CDs and different things are online. But,
Yes, sir.
give us your website so people will know.
So everything can be found over at chuckwimermusic.com. It's W-I-M-E-R. We always get that mixed up.
Yeah.
And then, of course, on socials and stuff like that is Chuck Wimer Music. Like I said, we started off just me by myself, and we didn't have the band, so now it's just too much work to go change everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just Chuck Wimer Music on everything.
Yeah, yeah. Once you start it, it's hard to go back and read brand, as they say.
Yeah.
Just keep it going. So now, you told me a little bit about your military, and you train dogs. So what did you enjoy about the training dogs?
Oh, they didn't lie to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody lies, and one of the things that I loved about doing dog work is, they'll try to lie to you, right?
Yeah.
Because they want to get paid.
Right.
But you can read the body language of a dog a lot easier than you can of a human, and people get really good at lying, and
Yeah.
dogs never get good at lying.
Yeah.
So, but no, they do their job. They do they do good work, and it creates a bond with that one of God's creatures that we've been using for years and years and years, and it's something that you just can't build that bond with a cat.
No, and they're so loyal. They're so loyal.
Yeah, dogs, not cats.
Yeah, not the cats. Yeah. I know. We've raised, I think, eight German Shepherds.
Mm-hmm.
And of course they've all passed away now. But I could leave the house, and I had 3 there at one time, and 3 of them, if anybody pulled up in that driveway, them 3 dogs would stand right in front of my wife.
Oh, wow.
For nobody could get close to her. So I knew she was secure, because I knew if they stepped the wrong direction, one of them going to get them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And until she said, it's okay, then they would walk around just, ready to love on. But until she said okay, they were going to stay right there.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are loyal, and they're good listeners, and they train really well.
Yeah.
You just, I would just see how good they could smell, because they always say a German Shepherd can find you, And so
sure.
I would go hide.
Mm-hmm.
And Vicky would give something of mine, and I mean, it wouldn't take them 30 seconds to a minute. They'd find me back in the woods. Hey, Dad, what you doing back here?
What you doing in the tree? You thought that was going to help?
I know they're so crazy, but they are so smart. But anyway, I know that had to be fun.
Oh, it was a great time, and you get to learn all kinds of things about their capabilities, right? So. We start off when you work narcotics dogs, right? So you're looking for the drugs, and they don't want you looking. They don't want to put you on a bomb dog right away, because you can make a mistake and let some drugs go through. Right. You can't make a mistake and let a bomb go through.
Oh, that's
right?
for sure.
So you start to learn how odor works and stuff like that. So. Not that anybody is out there, but if there are any folks who are trying to move illicit substances, peanut butter, coffee grounds, all that stuff doesn't matter.
They can still smell it, can't they?
If air can get through, then it can get to the dog.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you, that's crazy. But now, this song you just wrote here that you sang, who wrote it? You said what?
Mikey Goot.
Mikey.
Yeah, great guy. He's up in Indiana, and we write together pretty frequently. We have a number of songs that that we've done together. And we got a couple more that are going to be coming out on a record that we actually are up here in Tennessee. We came up here to record that record.
So I know tonight you're going to be performing somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to be at the Commodore. We're going to go out there. We're going to do 3 songs. Jenny was kind enough to get us set up with that. And then another co-writer of mine was kind enough to get me set up to go across the street over to the local as well.
Okay.
Mr. Bernie Nelson got me set up with that one. And we're going to go, I think it was 7 o'clock? Yeah, 7 o'clock at the Commodore. See, I have to turn around and make sure.
Yeah, make sure.
Time is not my friend. And then I think 10 o'clock over at the local.
Yeah, I heard Jaimie was trying to play some music while you were playing.
You caught that?
Did you hear that? I thought maybe she was trying to play the fiddle. I thought she was trying to put the fiddle in there. But anyway, Chase, let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on 114 East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898. And online at blackandbluesports.com.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle Wartrace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Curious about flying? Learn to fly at Hawkins Flight Academy in Shelbyville. The sky is not the limit. With state-of-the-art training and technology like aircraft equipped with Garmin avionics, Hawkins Flight Academy has what it takes to fulfill their commitment to your aviation success. Hawkins Flight Academy, empowering flight, inspiring pilots. 931-488-5969. Located at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. HawkinsFlight.com.
Hello, Trouble. And he's got a friend. It's Benny on the Beat on 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Hawkins Flight Academy, Southern Fair, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle. Now let's send it back to Studio B.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. Welcome to the show. I'm here with Chuck Wimer from Texas, and we've been talking about dogs and music and how he got started. So we're into everything right now. So, Chuck, I know you've wrote a lot of songs over your life. Is there one that really stands out to you that you'd like to play? That it's one that it's really touched you, or?
Yeah, well, I've got a bunch of those, but we have one prepared for today.
Okay.
So if anybody's driving and they get weepy-eyed, they may want to pull over.
Pull over.
Story behind this one is the first line of this song sat on my desk for 3 years.
Okay.
We lost my sister, and I came up with this idea for a song based off of her refrigerator because we had to go out and get the house cleaned up and everything. And she had those letter magnets on her fridge, and they weren't the rainbow letter magnets, but that was what put the song in my head.
Right.
And you get real emotional during that time when you lose a sibling.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so I had all kinds of ideas and stuff, and coincidentally, I actually had to write a song for that funeral. But this song sat on my desk for 3 years, and then I finally, wrote songs over the top of it, and then moved them off to the side, and then there it was again. And then one day I wrote this song, and it's about kind of my idea of how if anybody's like me, I'm stubborn about things, right? So when a man loses that person that's been a part of his life forever, this is the way I kind of imagine it would go. Rainbow-colored magnets spell out I love you. There's a grocery list stuck to the top, never quite got to. Or photos of relations a folded Christmas card. The years go by so fast now, I still take it pretty hard. Through the window there's a garden, still water every day. The swing set in the backyard where our kids used to play. And I know that they miss you, but it's really hard to see how anyone can miss you half as much as me. And I still pour 2 cups of coffee when I watch the morning news. Still call your phone a couple times a day, the same way I used to. But the days are longer, and I remember, hurts to say it's true, life will never be the same now that there's no you. Spent that summer down in Corpus, still go there every year. Happy birthday on my voicemail, still my favorite song to hear. And I admit there's times when I wish God would take me home. Every day I spend without you is one more spent alone. And I still pour 2 cups of coffee when I watch the morning news. Still call your phone a couple times a day, the same way I used to. But the days are longer, and I remember, hurts to say it's true, life will never be the same now that there's no you. And I know it might be easier if I packed your things away. I might finally get on with my life if I change my ways, but I don't want to forget you, so this is how it's gonna stay. I'm gonna pour 2 cups of coffee when I watch the morning news. I'm gonna call your phone a couple times a day, the same way I used to. But the days are long, I remember, hurts to say it's true. If I close my eyes, be alright, if it's what I've got to do. Life will never be the same now that there's no you. No, my life will never be the same now that there's no you. There's no you.
That's touching, buddy. I lost my sister too. She was in her 50s, and so that's a hard one right there.
Yeah.
Pretty well, my sister basically, when I was young, she took care of me. You know, she was quite a bit older than me. She's about 12 years older than me. So yeah, she took care of me. So that's rough, buddy. But that was a great song.
Thank you.
Yeah, good memory for your sister to pay tribute. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the good part about that is the song's not really about her.
Right.
It's just she was the one that inspired that first line.
Yeah.
We got songs about her. Those are a little bit harder to play.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
That it's amazing where ideas come for songs.
Yeah.
You know, I'll ask a lot of people. You know, how did you come up with the idea, or how did you do this? And a lot of them say they'll write it down. They like to handwrite it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them will say they'll just make a, you know, when they get that line, they'll just put a note in their phone. You know, this is what the line.
For sure.
Yeah. And I was telling somebody the other day, you know, Jeff Battsman's up here, and I had a song that I had in my head for 30-some years about my wife.
Right.
And one day he was up here, his second show, me and him went in the studio and pretty well wrote it.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and he tweaked it, and so we're going to hopefully get that out here pretty soon.
That cut.
So it was one of those things. It's just like, you know, it's up there, it needs to come out. Somebody needs to hear it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. You hear a lot of times people will say, man, that person stole that song from so-and-so or whatever, and it's because they got two songs that come out with the same idea, the same process. But people forget that during the time that everything's being written, everybody lives in the same world, right? So they're seeing the same experiences, and maybe I haven't really been in the same area as Randy at any given point in time, but if we were living in the same town, we're seeing the same things. We're seeing the same people. We're doing all, so we might get the same experience because we're both songwriters, and we might, so that's one of the things where people just got a little bit of grace, just understand.
Because there's, and as many thousands and thousands, millions of songs that's been written.
Oh, yeah.
You think about it, they might have some similarities, but they're not a whole lot of similarities. Yeah. It's just amazing how we can come up with so many different songs.
Yeah, and the English language is it's very limited, right? So you're going to see the same song title is going to keep on coming back up. It's going to mean it's going to be a completely different song about different things, but that title is going to be used again.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure. Now, in your writing process, when you're writing a song, how long does it take you? I know some probably take you a lot longer, but in the process, a day or two, or do you just sit down and try to concentrate on that song and then step away from them a while and then come back?
Sometimes they come out fast.
Okay.
Right? I got a song that I was actually doing a co-write with my dad, and that song was frustrating me, and I was really just trying to shoehorn some stuff into the song that didn't belong there, and that frustrated me, so I pushed it off the side and took about 15-20 minutes and wrote a song that ended up being our first top 10. Wasn't supposed to be written, wasn't supposed to be recorded, and wasn't supposed to go to radio, but it did. So, but then I was actually doing a co-write on when we first got here into town with my producer and a couple of the engineers that were over there, and we didn't even finish that song, so that one's still out there. It's floating. We got first verse, first chorus, and we're, more stuff's going to be coming later on. But it's just, it depends on the song. It depends on the material. It depends on who you're writing with, and the song's never finished until it's cut and it's on. It's out doing its thing, and then even then the artist is probably whoever wrote it is probably like, it's not done yet, And there's so many things I want to change about that song.
I know. You just like, me and him, I gave him the basic things, and then we talked about it, and then he came up and then he said he woke up in the middle of the night. And got up and finished it. He said, it just came to me. He said, we need to go ahead and get this done. And so he got it and wrote it. But I guess it's just like, almost like a impulse. It hits you, and you just say, okay, it's time to do this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I actually had a guy, he got mad at me because I finished writing a song, which he didn't even actually have any writing on. He's like, you should write a song about this, and then don't tell the songwriter that, because we will.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you should write a song about this, and I was like, all right, cool. And I went and I wrote the song about that. And,
do I get paid for the idea? That's it.
I offered. He's like, I don't want anything. I was like, all right, whatever, dude. You live your life.
There you go. Well, guys, it's half past. We're going to go ahead and take another 2-minute break, and we will be right back.
Curious about flying? Learn to fly at Hawkins Flight Academy in Shelbyville. The sky is not the limit. With state-of-the-art training and technology like aircraft equipped with Garmin avionics, Hawkins Flight Academy has what it takes to fulfill their commitment to your aviation success. Hawkins Flight Academy, empowering flight, inspiring pilots. 931-488-5969. Located at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. HawkinsFlight.com.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle War Trace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on 114 East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
This is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcast, here with Chuck Wimer, and we're going over some of the music he's wrote and co-wrote with other people, and we're just trying to get some ideas of what kind of music he sings. And now, you know what I thought? I think you sing country music. What do you think?
Yeah, for the most part, it is country, yeah.
You know, and a lot of people have gotten away, and we've talked about that on several shows, but a lot of people have gotten away from traditional country, you know, and I think when you got a good voice like yourself, a guitar, and you can play a song that's more country than some of the new stuff they're putting out. Because personally, myself, of course, I'm a rock and roll fan, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the stuff they're playing on country could go over on my rock and roll show.
Yeah, if you listen to a hip-hop station, there's not much difference.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to remember that country music has always been the one that has blended whatever is popular with, you know, whatever has happened in the past. And
right.
You know, it's like a rubber band every time too. Like they'll stretch out and then they'll get back to where it needs to be, and then they'll stretch out. So
you know, and I think a lot of the record producers over the years have went to what like the fans are wanting more upbeat type stuff, but when actually there's so many listeners, like, I mean, most of the people who listen to our station, they want traditional country.
Right.
I mean, that's what they want. I mean, they've been listening since '59, so, you know, that's what they like, and they want to hear that, you know, and anytime you change that, they don't really like it, you know. You can throw some in, you know, like we got George Strait, Clint Black, all those guys, because they play more of traditional type music.
For sure.
So we play them. They roll in just like everything else. But, you know, like my boss one time, we put in some, and I know you sang some Chris LeDoux. You know, we put in some Chris LeDoux, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to get that yakety-yak stuff off of there.
Chris LeDoux's yakety-yak stuff?
Yeah, because it was more Cajun, upbeat. No, I said, can't do that. I said, I got one of our advertisers that bought a lot of advertising just because I played Chris LeDoux. I said, I'm sorry.
You know what? You can actually you can win some of their hearts with a song. It's called You Just Can't See Him from the Road.
Right.
That's a very traditional sounding, talking about basically the cowboy life, the ranching life. So
I like Chris LeDoux. He's got a good voice, and I really like listening to him. But I told him, I said, no, we can't do that.
Yeah, that's how my songwriting is modeled after, is kind of the way Chris did it. He always told a story.
I like that. He, like you say, tells a story, and he's sort of got that, I guess you'd say the Louisiana Cajun twang to it, you know.
Yeah, sometimes. He's got that weird bend in his voice, right?
Yeah.
And I'm super excited that I was able to learn how to kind of mimic that.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of bummed that I couldn't get rid of it after I did. So people are like, we don't know what you're doing there, but we like it. And it's like, well, I'm glad you like it, but it's weird when you're trying to sing a song like Garth did, and then he doesn't have that, and you're putting it in there.
I understand. So what song you got for us next?
Well, since we talked about the military stuff earlier, I guess we can go ahead and do, this song is called Over Here.
Okay.
And I found that there just wasn't any songs really that were written by veterans for veterans. There's a lot of veteran songs out there. There's a lot of stuff that pays tribute. But this is kind of the way I felt when I got back from Iraq, and I started thinking about, you know, all of our veterans that went to a bunch of wars that when they came home, people didn't really like them too much for it. So
yeah, I understand.
Kind of from the veterans' perspective, from the soldier's perspective, when you come back and people are just looking at you like you did something wrong, and all you were doing was your job.
Yeah.
So this one's called Over Here. Gotta remember how we started. Said goodbye. We get on our plane, we seen you cry. Don't know if we'll be back again. Say it's hard. place they've got us going. We take comfort in knowing you're on our side. We do our job, sometimes with heart, sometimes with guns, sometimes it's hard. Oh, but we still have our fun when times are dark. There's still a job that needs to do, so we push right on through until it's done. But they don't talk like we talk, need the things we do. We move through their crowds and they're unaware. We've got wars on both sides, we keep to ourselves. Staying quiet don't mean that we don't care. Feels like we're not wanted over here. We get home, reunited with our family, we're still alone, 'cause we can't share what we've been through, we hold it in. They say that we've got a disorder, 'cause the media reporter can't explain. But they don't talk like we talk, need the things we do. We move through their crowds and they're unaware. We've got wars on both sides, we keep to ourselves. Staying quiet don't mean that we don't care. It feels like we're not wanted over here. And the politicians say we'll never win, but I was proud to serve my country, and I'd do it all again. Where people talk like I talk, need the things I do. I move through their crowds and I'm aware. I've got wars on both sides that I keep to myself. No, I don't say much, but I still care. Even if I'm still not wanted over here. Even if I'm still not wanted over here. Oh, I wish that I was wanted over here.
Wow. You know, and how true that is for a lot of military.
Yeah.
I was around when a lot of the Vietnam vets come home, and the disgrace that our country did to them.
For sure.
And it was really pitiful.
Yeah, they tried to stop their veterans benefits at one point.
Yeah.
I think it was a staff sergeant in the United States Army who just happened to have the right political connections and the right media connections to basically stop Congress from making that happen. But it almost happened where, you know, they were just going to stop them altogether.
Yeah. And that's pitiful that, you know, you send our boys over there, and I'd watch it on the news because I was 16, I guess 15, 16 when I'd watch it. And I'm going, I'd be getting mad at the president. Why don't you just let them go on over there and take care of it? We could do it. It's not no big deal. We did it in Japan. We did it with Germany.
We have the capability.
Oh, yeah. I said, we could do it. Just quit killing our boys, you know. Just get it done. But, you know, it's so true for a lot of the veterans coming back from any situation. That's why a lot of them suffer from PTSD, you know. And that's that their song, it just makes people think. I hope it makes them think that we need to be more kinder to our veterans. Because a lot of people do like you're doing because they went over there and fought, you know, fighting for something they don't believe in. Well, it's not what you believe in, it's what the country believes in, and the country went there to fight, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, like we don't have the opportunity to say, "Nah, I don't think I'm going to do that." Go ahead and assign me over in this spot instead.
It don't work like that.
Yeah. I don't want to work on that project. I want to work on a different project. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, you got to go where they send you because there's a bigger mission involved in all of it, and I don't pretend to know it all, but they got certain things that objectives they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
And whoever it is that's in charge, whether it's the president or Congress or the general that's in charge of you or whoever it is, they're doing what they think is best to accomplish the goal that's trying to be achieved, whether we agree with it or not.
Right.
So,
when it comes to your country and for our soldiers, that's one place where we ought to stand united for sure because they're going over putting their lives on the line for something that we believe is necessary.
Absolutely.
Even Vietnam, we believed it was necessary, but we handled it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I believe we didn't want the communists to take over North Vietnam, and that's basically what we was trying to do. But it didn't work that way because we were just letting all these other countries tell us, "Oh, you can't go past there. You can't do this. You can't do that." And, well, no, you just go in, take care of it, and come on out.
When you let a politician decide how to fight a war, it makes it a little bit more difficult for somebody who knows how to fight.
I think it was Bush, I believe it was, when we went into Iraq for the first time against Saddam, how we went in, soldiers started surrendering. When we went in full force and did what we were supposed to do, they were surrendering by the handfuls. Not a lot of people were killed, and we basically won it without them really doing a whole lot, but when we show our force, we can do it.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. But then politicians got involved.
They get in that too.
And then it became a terrorist training ground.
Yeah, exactly. When we pull out and leave everything there, it's hard to do.
That's why more of us had to go over later.
That's exactly right. No. But anyway, enough about that. But as far as your writing goes, I know you said you're working on a couple of new projects.
Yeah.
Maybe one coming out this year, maybe one coming out next year?
So I was, during the break, I was informed that our timeline for release, it looks like we're going to be releasing a 5-song EP. Those songs are already out. They're already out on streaming. Right. But we're going to be releasing that in the physical copy. Because every time we go out to a show, people want a physical copy. Whether it's just they want to have sign the actual copy, CD itself, or they're the 5 people that still have a CD player at home, and they want to have that CD, or they just like to collect CDs.
I'm glad it was 8-track.
Right? Yeah, I know, right? Those big too, like half an inch thick, and then we're going to do another one, and I think she said it was March that we're going to be releasing the project that we actually came out here to record. Okay. So we did that recording yesterday at Station West out in Nashville.
Well, cool. Well, that'll be good. Yeah. Looking forward to that. I guess, Chase, we're close enough to the quarter hour. We'll just go ahead and take our break, and we'll be back.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on 114 East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville, 931-680-9898. and online at blackandbluesports.com.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle War Trace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Curious about flying? Learn to fly at Hawkins Flight Academy in Shelbyville. The sky is not the limit. With state-of-the-art training and technology like aircraft equipped with Garmin avionics, Hawkins Flight Academy has what it takes to fulfill their commitment to your aviation success. Hawkins Flight Academy, empowering flight, inspiring pilots. 931-488-5969. Located at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. HawkinsFlight.com.
Hello, Trouble. and he's got a friend. It's Benny on the Beat on 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Hawkins Flight Academy, Southern Fair, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle. Now let's send it back to Studio B.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here at Benny on the Beat, and we were with Chuck Wimer out of Texas, came up here. He just come to see us, but no, he came to go to Nashville to record, but he did come up to see us, though.
We did, yeah. No, this is actually really, really cool. We were probably going to end up being on a flight earlier if we hadn't been, coming out to see you guys and everything. So you gave me a reason to stay in Nashville.
There you go. That's good. That's good. We appreciate that, and we appreciate you coming here. When you're off afar, I've done several interviews with some of Jenny's people, and they're in Texas, and had to do it over the phone. Mm-hmm. I just love it when they can come into the studio, because we actually get to hear what it sounds like live, because the customer, the consumer, they like that.
Oh, for sure. And, the radio call-in interviews, the phone call-in interviews or the Zoom interviews and all that kind of stuff, those are fun, but you don't get to have the full body language. You know, you don't get to, it's not as personal. Yeah, and I agree. When you come in, too, and you're able to play, we've had some that we've had to just play it off the CD, which is great, but it's don't get the same feel as you do if you're here personally. For sure. For sure. So what do you got for me next? Since I guess I've been kind of burning up all your time with chatter, because I talk a lot, I probably need to do my current radio single right now. Okay. So what's the name of it? This one is called Life Goes On. All right. And it's kind of funny. I wrote this in 2017. There wasn't, we were actually doing pretty good during that time. It was before my sister passed. It was before we had all kinds of, COVID and all that. No, I'm sorry, the Fauci-ouchie, whatever it is. Fauci-ouchie. I know what you're talking about. Before all that craziness started happening, everything was pretty good for us. Now, I know everybody all had their stuff going on, but as far as, we were stable financially. We were, the kids were doing good. Everything was all right. So I wrote this song, and it was kind of wild, because there wasn't any real motivation to say, oh man, I just need to remind myself that things are good. Right. Instead, I just decided, you know what? I know at some point it's going to get bumpy again. Yeah. So this is a good time to write this song. Yeah. This is a good time to write this one. So the song is called Life Goes On. All right. Shining, birds keep chirping, the world keeps spinning. What I'm learning, as bad as things can get, life goes on. Teachers teaching, preachers preaching, lovers loving, leaves me thinking. Time's gone by so fast, but life goes on. Life goes on and on and on and on. People go to work, sing their songs. I can't complain, 'cause there ain't nothing wrong. 'Cause life goes on. Drinkers drinking, cheaters cheating, fighters fighting. It's got me thinking. Sometimes it's hard to see that life goes on. When bills are piling, nobody's smiling, children crying, loved ones dying. But we'll all make it through, 'cause life goes on. Life goes on and on and on and on. People go to work, sing their songs. I can't complain, 'cause there ain't nothing wrong. Don't forget how much it means to make some time, live the dreams, and disappear if you stand still too long. sun keeps shining, birds keep chirping, the world keeps spinning. What I'm learning is life goes on and on and on and on. People go to work, singers sing their song. I can't complain, 'cause there ain't nothing wrong. Don't forget how much it means to make some time, live the dream. Disappear if you stand still too long. 'Cause life goes on. Life goes on. Life goes on. Life goes on and on and on and on and on. Life goes on. We'll shorten that up. It just keeps on going.
Now, that one you said was the newest one you've
Yeah, that's our current radio single. We've been doing that one for a little bit. We put another one out in the summertime this year, but it just didn't carry as much as we'd hoped. So we decided we'd follow up with this one, and this one's doing pretty good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, top 40 on Texas radio right now. So
that's good.
Yeah, we're pretty happy with how it's going.
Well, that's good. Life goes on. Well, that's now tell us again where you go to your website and pick these up, and I'll show them to the videos here.
ChuckWimerMusic.com, and there's this is two of the albums we got out right now.
Doing It My Way and Redemption.
There's No You is actually on that album, right?
Okay.
So Doing It My Way is the full length. It's the only full length that we've done, and then we've got 3 other EPs. So we got Redemption, Just Getting Started, and The Road Never Ends.
Okay.
And ChuckWimerMusic.com, WIMER for those that.
Yeah, I would have spelled WIMER.
Yeah, for those trying to spell it like a German.
Yeah.
Yes, we are German in heritage, but somehow we did it with an I. Yeah.
Yeah, mine is Pulley, P-U-L-L-E-Y, but originally it was P-O-O-L-E, pool, because they lived around a body of water and they called it Pulley, P-O-L-L-E. So that's where mine come. When they come over here, I change it to P-U-L-L-E-Y. So I said, okay. But that's the way it goes. So I would like for you to play us another one before we get out of here. Is there one that I know you said you do a lot of things with church and all. Is there a church song you got?
Actually, I'd like to lean a little bit more into the family.
That'd be good.
Right? Yeah. So we believe in faith, family, and freedom.
I agree with that.
God is the center of everything that we're doing, but we want to make sure that we always look out for the family. So we got 2 daughters, Sophia and Grace. They've graduated. They've gone off and done their things.
All right.
But my son is still at the house. He's 16 years old, and he's a football player.
Cool.
And I had the absolute pleasure of sitting down with Bernie Nelson, who's a legendary songwriter in his own right. And we wrote this one together. It's called The Me I Used to Be.
Okay. Sounds good.
He's got a wild side, got a crazy streak a mile wide, got girls lined up like 737s coming into LAX. Yeah, he's my kid, does a lot of things he used to do, going 90 miles an hour down life's highway, no looking back and no regrets. The apple didn't fall far from the tree. Really ain't no mystery. When I look at him, all I can see is the me I used to be. Yeah, that's my last name. Shot at them football games. Every time he scores another touchdown, I yell, yeah, that's my son. Get to relive my past. Ain't gotta look that far back. My heart gets fuller as I watch him do better on things he used to do. Apple didn't fall far from the tree. Really ain't no mystery. When I look at him, all I can see is the me I used to be. And I know at him, all I can see is the me I used to be. He's got a wild side, got a crazy streak in my own wife. Yeah, he's the me I used to be. Sure love the me I used to be.
I like the line. What was it? They're lined up down like
It's got girls lined up like 737s. Yeah.
Oh man,
That's funny too.
That was great.
I think it's probably like the biggest lie in the song right there is because he's like, I'm focused on football. I'm not paying attention to girls. He dated a girl last year and he's just like, they're just too much trouble. I was like, okay.
When you get past 18, they become less trouble.
Yeah, I know, right? Once you got everything is moving in the direction.
Everything's going the direction you want it to go. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that was great, man. I tell you that. I don't know why that ain't a hit. That was a great upbeat song. It's got a lot of
it's a lot of fun.
stuff.
We just haven't released it to radio yet.
Yeah.
We've always gone through our promoter, and he's picked out the right ones so far. So we're just like, well,
leave it to him. But that's a good one.
That doesn't mean it won't go out eventually.
Yeah, there you go. So tell us where you're playing tonight, so in case anybody's down there in Nashville would like to go.
For sure. So tonight we're going to be at the Commodore at the 7 o'clock hour, somewhere in there. We'll, as long, because the times fluctuate based off of. Yeah. Sometimes people like me just play a little too long. No. So yeah, we'll be out there at 7 o'clock at the Commodore, and then we'll be at the local at 10-ish. Okay, I think 10:10 is when that's supposed to start. Yeah.
Yeah, I know when you're doing those gigs there, and there'll be 3 or 4. Their one set might run a little longer than the other one, so you just have to keep going wherever the time. Like you say, when you say 7-ish, you're about right.
Sometimes they might even play too short. They might be doing the current Nashville songs at 2:45.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So you have to be prepared. Yeah. So. Chuck Wimer. Now, give me the address again for your website.
It's chuckwimermusic.com.
Okay, chuckwimermusic.com.
Sure. Or on any of the socials. Yeah. Check out our TikTok. TikTok's fun, too.
You got TikTok?
We got the tickety-tock.
As they say, the only thing I remember TikTok for is click that clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Yeah, we found that a lot of the kids like to use that.
Yeah, they do. They use it a lot. I know Brandon takes care of all of our social stuff, and he goes all them places. I'm going, that's more than I want to know.
It's funny. I go on there live every now and again, and you never know what you're going to get whenever it might be me hosting a podcast. It might be me narrating a book. I might just be playing music, or I might just be sitting there staring at it, talking to it. Yeah. So you never know what you're going to get.
Well, I do the Facebook and the Instagram, but that's about as far as I get. As they say, it's hard to teach old dog new tricks.
I understand that.
I want to thank you again for coming. Thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. And you are welcome home.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And I'm glad you're here. And keep up the good music. And we will join you hopefully next week, hopefully with something. But join us next time.
Boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle Wartrace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on 114 East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898. and online at blackandbluesports.com. Curious about flying? Learn to fly at Hawkins Flight Academy in Shelbyville. The sky is not the limit. With state-of-the-art training and technology like aircraft equipped with Garmin avionics, Hawkins Flight Academy has what it takes to fulfill their commitment to your aviation success. Hawkins Flight Academy, empowering flight, inspiring pilots. 931-488-5969. Located at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. HawkinsFlight.com.
98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ, Shelbyville, Tennessee. Now that's country.